In a bid to bolster its position as a maritime powerhouse, secure key supply chains, enhance its international trade capacities, and build up geo-economic leverage, China has been buying up the development and operational rights to a chain of ports that stretch from the southern realms of Asia to the Middle East, Africa, Europe, and even South America. While big Chinese state-owned firms began acquiring ports around the world rather quietly roughly a decade or so ago, now, under the strategic framework of what has been dubbed the 21st Century Maritime Silk Road, MSR, the watery part of the broader Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, these acquisitions have taken on a booming significance as this intercontinental network begins to take shape. It seems as if it is now almost daily news to hear about how a Chinese state-owned shipping firm has purchased a seaport or won the rights to develop a new ocean or land terminal in another country. On Monday, we found out that China Merchants Port Holdings just bought a 90% share of the Brazilian port operator TCP Participações for nearly $1 billion. Before that, it was announced that Jiangsu Province paid $300 million to build a free trade zone around Khalifa Port in Abu Dhabi, a seaport which saw a new terminal go to China's COSCO at the end of last year. In July, China Merchants took control of Sri Lanka's Hambantota deep sea port for $1.12 billion. Next, we may hear about how Lithuania finally opens the doors and lets China Merchants move in and do their thing at Klaipėda port. In the past year alone, China has invested over $20 billion into seaports on foreign terrain, doubling the amount they spent in the previous year, according to estimates by the Financial Times. These new acquisitions add to China's growing portfolio of international port holdings, which now span the world with terminals in Greece, Myanmar, Israel, Djibouti, Morocco, Spain, Italy, Belgium, Côte d'Ivoire, Egypt, and around a dozen or so other countries. The Maritime Silk Road, the 21st Century Maritime Silk Road, was first announced by Xi Jinping in Jakarta a month after the initial revelation of the Belt and Road Initiative, then called One Belt, One Road, in Astana in 2013. The vision was for China to construct an array of 3 enhanced sea routes from China to Europe and Africa, and filling them with new ports, manufacturing zones, and even entirely new cities. While this initiative was initially often met with skepticism and even abject mockery by the international community, China has been cobbling it together piece by piece, port by port, and is now something that is extremely difficult to marginalize or ignore. Over the past few years, China has created a fully state-owned and operated global shipping empire. Giant SOs like China Merchants and COSCO Shipping are now running 29 ports in 15 countries and 47 terminals in 13 countries, respectively.